All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us here for another special event here in the city of Savannah. And once again, we've been blessed with an absolutely beautiful day here in Forsyth Park. It's Rec Reimagined, and this is just another part of it. This portion consists of a fully rebuilt basketball court, actually 2 courts. Also, we fully rebuilt basketball courts at Westside Park, and that's at Rogers and Carol Ann Street. Veteran company Court Makers, Inc. provided the full construction of these courts, and they have been renovating courts for nearly 5 decades now, so certainly a very important part. Our mayor is with us, Van Johnson, along with our district alderman from the 2nd District, Dietrich Leggett. We'd also like to welcome from the school board, Roger Moss. Raise your hand. Thank you for joining us as well. Our city manager is Jay Melder. Heath Lloyd is our assistant city manager. Taffney Young, you will hear from Taffney today, our chief community services officer. Brett Bells, our Chief Information and Public Affairs, Gene Pravat, Chief Government Operations Officer, and then our Public Safety Chiefs, Lenny Gunther and Elsie Kitchen. We thank you all. And of course, to Nick Roberts, our Director here for Rec, has done a lot to make sure these processes do go smoothly. So with that, we will start off with our local district alderman, Dietrich Leggett.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Definitely. First of all, I want to say hello and welcome to the 2nd District. If you're not familiar with the 2nd District, I say it all the time, from Victory Drive all the way to the river, and we have a good time. But where we are right now is in the middle of the Victorian neighborhood where my president is here, and I'll be remiss without saying hello to our local legend, Lawrence Bryant and Heath Lloyd. So we want to definitely say hello to all of our basketball legends who are here. So definitely, I'm elated to be here because this was Recreation Reimagined. Neighborhood wanted to make sure we had something for our young people to come out and play. We wanted to be able to extend it not only to our young people, but to have something for an entire community to come out and spend time in the park. You know, we have a lot of visitors come and visit, but when you have an opportunity to come out and you see multi-generational people having a good time in the park, and it's safe and it looks beautiful and it's not going to go anywhere. So this is your tax dollars, and this is how we do it. So thank you to Taffney Young for the vision. Thank you for our mayor and city manager for the opportunity to allowing us to put our visions on paper. And thank you to our president for our neighborhood association for also pushing us and making us do the best jobs we can. So I look forward to seeing the basketball game between the fire department and the police department. So if you're going to root for anybody, make sure you put it down, send it to us, or send it to HLloyd@savannahga.gov. Because the basketball game, right now, the fire department is up 1 game. So we're looking forward to having that game again right here on Forsyth Park. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. And with Rec Reimagined, our overseer of that is our city manager, Jay Melder. And I will let Jay, when he's done speaking, to introduce his Chief Community Services Officer.
Thank you, Ken. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It is an absolutely picture-perfect day here in Forsyth Park. Rec Reimagined, beautiful, brand new basketball courts with the glass backboards, beautiful surface. This is what public service is all about. Isn't that right, Team Savannah?
Yes.
That's right. We call it GSP, right? I'm sorry, GPS. Everybody needs a GPS to get around, right? And what that stands for, Team Savannah, is great public service. Starts with great public servants, and we've got them by the bushel load at Team Savannah. And I want to thank everybody on the team who is a part of this effort and a part of making our communities great. Let's give them all a round of applause. They're doing a wonderful job. So I also want to thank our mayor and our council for making investments in our community rec and leisure assets. I think that what a city's recreational amenities and communities, what that says is their value that they have on that community. And if we have recreation amenities that aren't up to snuff, that are falling apart, that aren't usable, that are old and unmaintained, community's going to know what that value is from the city. But when we have beautiful recreation spaces, when we have beautiful brand new glass backboards, when we have new community centers, when we have resurfaced courts all over town, we have brand new splash pads and refurbished swimming pools and places for families and children and Savannahans of all ages to enjoy beautiful days like this, then they know that their community values them. They value their neighborhood and they value their free time, because these are indeed the third places, right? There's school and there's work and there's home, and there's great places like the Forsyth basketball court, which I know people are pretty upset that we've taken it over today for this press conference, Mayor, and we'll have to get off the court pretty soon once school ends. But I want to talk about that investment since 2021 under the Rec Reimagine plan and vision that City Council and our mayor have had. The city has rehabilitated 47 recreational spaces, 47, at an investment of over $4 million. Mayor, Alderman, thank you. There are 24 more renovations currently underway, many of which are close to completion because it's about that season. Here in District 2, Alderman, we have rehabilitated 12 different recreation spaces, investing almost $700,000 here in District 2 to include community center improvements, gymnasiums, playgrounds, splash pads, and more. Here at the Forsyth Court, these are 25-year-old courts, and we did a complete renovation of this from the concrete on down, tore out the old concrete and resurfaces, and now we have a place for not only the neighborhood residents to come, and Nancy's here, such a great neighborhood that hosts a citywide park and really a national park, and this is a beautiful place where all Savannahans can come and have a great time. And now it's my honor to introduce my colleague who makes all of this happen, and our leader in fun and security, and that's Chief Taffany Young of Community Services, and Rec Reimagined is her vision, and I want to welcome her and thank her for all of the great work that she's done, along with her team, Nick Roberts and everybody here from Community Service. Well done.
Thank you, sir. Hello, hello. So this is super exciting. You can see from my shirt, Recreation Reimagined. We started just a few years ago with a vision about how we could improve the delivery of recreation services to our residents and to our guests. And we have just had such enormous support from the community and from our elected officials. I want to thank the mayor and council for investing in our recreation facilities throughout the city. I want to thank, of course, my boss, the city manager, and certainly want to thank the team that are on the front line of doing it. Nick Roberts standing quietly on the end. He is not that quiet, y'all. He is not. He is also supported by 2 assistant directors. Peter Meyerhofer, I think, is here. And Ricky Allison is our other assistant director who could not be with us today. As the city manager mentioned, we've made an investment of over $4 million. For those of you all who are on the athletic side, I want to let you know there's a package of these facilities that were completed. And so if you like to play ball, whether that's tennis or basketball, very quickly, along with Forsyth, West Side basketball courts have been completed, Kennedy tennis courts in Carver Village neighborhood, Daffin tennis courts, Cloverdale, Bolivet Field, Daffin basketball courts, Live Oak basketball courts, Crawford Square has been resurfaced, Blackshear's 6 basketball courts have been resurfaced, Tatumville basketball courts, and finally Forest Hills tennis courts have been resurfaced as well. So thank you so much for your support, Mayor, Alderman, and our city manager, and certainly we want to invite everybody to take advantage. It's spring, get out there and start playing ball. Thank you.
All right, Taffany.
Thank you, Taffany. We talk a lot about the leadership from the mayor and the city manager on down, but I'm sure they'll agree with me. The real leadership comes from those in each and every community that live it day to day and help lead those citizens. And for the Victoria Neighborhood Association, here's Nancy Maya.
Thank you very much. We are thrilled to be here, and I just want to extend from the VNA thanks to Mayor and Council, our City Manager, our Alderman Leggett, who has been a great voice in the wind for us. I would be remiss if I did not also extend appreciation and thanks for the general basketball community. The people that use this amazing court go well beyond the bounds of our small neighborhood, and I would just reflect on, what Alderman Leggett said. It's multi-generational. I do not come by this place when there are not a dozen, except for today, a dozen people playing. So we just want to extend our heartfelt gratitude for this facility. It is serving the community, and I also want to extend my thanks to my Vice President of the West Side, Jennifer Shearer, who this was really her project. And I think that I can say for both of us that we will look forward to working with you on our next project, the tennis court. So again, thank you from all of the residents. It's a very wonderful thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. We appreciate that. We'd like to welcome Alderwoman at Large Carol Bell. If you'd raise your hand, I see you came in the back. Thank you very much for joining us. And with that, to wrap it all together, here's our mayor, who's about ready to dunk. He made sure that he had a prop with him in a basketball. So here's our Mayor, Van Johnson.
Good afternoon. Savannah will be a safe, environmentally healthy, and economically thriving community for all of its citizens. Those that want to watch basketball and those who want to play basketball. I'm certainly grateful to be here in the greatest city on earth on an absolutely beautiful day to celebrate our city again delivering on its promises that all means all. I remember fondly, Alderman Leggett, our conversation. We sat here one day on a cold day, us and Marty Johnston, and we were looking at this court, having this conversation about it not being up to the standards that Savannah should have or should expect, and then engaged on this process of being able to move this project along. And we knew that it would hurt for a while because this very heavily used court would not be used. And now here we are today with a court that is representative of what Savannians should expect and deserve in their communities. So we're excited about that and excited about what it means. It also means that we are investing our monies to where it needs to be. We know that if we're going to be a safe, environmentally healthy, and economically thriving community for all of its citizens, we need places to play, right? Not just young folk, but older folk. Places to play. And folks need places to get served by me when I come out here and want to play. Heath Lloyd, whenever you're ready, sir. We know that Savannah is also the home of great basketball players. I certainly see the great Lawrence Bryan there. I'm reminiscent of the late, great Larry Gator Rivers, who would absolutely be here. Over 5 Harlem Globetrotters that are from these Savannah streets, and certainly Flage, who continues to make us very, very proud in this space. But there's still more left to come. They have that, not Jay Melder, no. I didn't say.
Go Tigers, go Flage.
Okay. Okay. But quality is quality. And so we have embarked on this very ambitious campaign to make sure that our facilities, our basics are what they need to be. Our citizens demand it. They certainly deserve it. Alderman Leggett, thank you for your leadership on this, and we're continuing, as Ms. Young said, Mr. Roberts said, our city manager said, we're moving across our city. Step by step, place by place, project by project. To all of Team Savannah, thank you for all that you do. You all make this happen. As we said, we have a championship team is because we do championship work with our GPS. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Mayor. Also, a big thanks to our Mounted Patrol for joining us as well today. We appreciate you guys coming out. So that will end our program at the podium. If we could have all our elected officials, along with Nancy and the rest of our city staff, for the cutting of the ribbon.
Now we count down from 3, 2, and 1. Right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Now, half court, man. My jacket. That's what it was in.